Hello, mabuhay! This is Jenny Punan from the Philippines, and this is my self-made interview. Question number 1. Please tell us about yourself. What are your interests and hobbies? I can describe myself as a positive, energetic, and organized person. I am a proud Filipino willing to adopt and learn new culture and environment. I have been teaching mathematics for 15 years, and I have a bachelor's degree in education, major in mathematics, and a master's degree in education with an emphasis in math instruction. I was granted an award in Doctor in Philosophy in teaching mathematics, honoris causa, major in classroom management. I also completed the academic requirement in Master's in Education, major in Educational Management. And I do hold a graduate certificate in Master in Education, major in Special Education. I have a flexible style in teaching mathematics that caters diverse learners to show their abilities. So my goal is to make sure that I cultivated a positive learning environment where everyone advances and reaches their full potential. My interests and hobbies include listening to music, watching television, cooking, hiking, and traveling to new places where I can learn and understand new things that helps me become a better person. Question number 2. What motivated you to become a teacher for the subject for which you are applying? Mathematics is not easy, but it can be learned. The reason that I am motivated to teach a subject is that there are a lot of learners who have difficulty in learning the subject, and I am one of them. I have difficulty learning mathematics when I was in elementary. When I am in high school, I have a math teacher who pushes, motivates, and encourages us using differentiated instruction, and that develops my critical thinking, my patience towards the subject, and understanding its concept. I want to be that teacher that motivates and encourages learner to bring out the best in them. Third question. Tell us about your involvement in extracurricular activities that you could coach or supervise. I've been a coach in the division level Mathematics Olympics, individual quiz, who won 3rd place. I am also a coach in a poster making contest during the Science Month celebration in the division level, who also won 3rd place. I am a speech choir coach who declared as champion during the school-based competition, and a chess coach during the division level competition. Question number 4. What subjects have you taught and what age levels? I taught elementary algebra in the 7th grade, ages 11 to 12. I also taught intermediate algebra in the grade 8, ages 13 and 14, and general mathematics and probability and statistics in the 11th grade, ages 16 to 17 years old. Question number 5. How do you prepare to teach your lesson, and what do your lesson plans include? I do prepare my daily lesson plan, and this includes the topic, then after that the objective for the day, then the review of the previous lesson, the presentation and the illustration of the new lesson, then followed by an activity. It could be group activity or individual activity, then followed by a group discussion. After the group discussion is the generalization of the lesson and its importance and its impact to our daily lives. And after that, a short evaluation to determine if the objectives are met, and lastly is giving of homework for the mastery of the lesson. Question number 6. Talk about 2 teaching strategies or methods that you effectively use in your classroom. I do use explicit and collaborative approach in my teaching methods. When you say explicit method or the direct instruction, where students or I will be giving a clear guided instruction to my student. And collaborative approach is where students work together on a common task or may work on a separate task but contributing to a common outcome. Question number 7. When someone enters your classroom, describe the learning activities in which the students are engaged. My students are engaged mostly in hands-on activities. So the most common hands-on activity that they do is the Think, Pair, Share activity, where learners are given the time to answer or to solve questions or problems. Then they are going to share their solution to their classmates for the discussion of their answer. Then after that, they are going to present their solution to the whole class for a further discussion. Question number 8. What methods do you use to evaluate your student progress? I do use 2 methods, and these are the formative assessment and the summative assessment. I use formative assessment during the teaching and learning process to evaluate the effectiveness of the lesson and, of course, to measure the students' progress, while the summative assessment will be given at the end of every unit. Question number 9. If you use technology in your teaching, describe how you incorporate it into your teaching. Describe any experience you have with the smartboard. I don't have any experience yet using smartboard in my teaching. I do use PowerPoint presentation and smart television in delivering my lesson. We do have group chats where I can post online, and I can also post video lessons for my student in order for them to recall our lesson. Question number 10. If you have students who are noisy or non-attentive, share ways you can regain their attention without interrupting the lesson. As I enter the class and I sense that my students are somewhat bored or somewhat tired, so I make use of energizer for them to wake them up. And I always remind my student about our classroom rules before the beginning of the lesson. And if I am delivering my lesson and there are noisy students or unattentive students, so what I do is I usually incorporate their name into my lecture to regain their attention, and or somewhat raise my brows or make any facial expression. Then another thing is I'll walk towards them and maybe snap my fingers and clap my hand to regain their attention without disrupting my lesson. Question number 11. Describe the most difficult problem you have had to deal with as a teacher, and how did you resolve this problem? One difficult problem that I had to deal with as a teacher is having students who have difficulty in reading comprehension, specifically in understanding word problems, resulting to a low score in mathematics. There is a program of the Department of Education called the Catch Up Friday, where we identify students having difficulty in reading and comprehension. They are given interventions, and these interventions really helps a lot for the student to develop their analysis. They can meet new words where they can add it into their vocabulary and helps them understand the given word problems. Question number 12. Give example to show that you are a flexible person and that you can make change to your teaching and methods. One of my tasks as a teacher is to know my students, their abilities and their capabilities. So I usually use trial and error in my teaching strategies to know the abilities and what to enhance to achieve the mastery of the lesson. I do make other activities for those learners who need support, I motivate them that they can do better because I believe that encouragement is an effective tool for the struggling student to master concepts.